Hey folks, this is Mr. Chicken, and welcome to the beginning of the Animatronic Raven how-to videos. These are going to be not very exciting, but thorough, and I'm going to walk you through every step of building the Animatronic Raven DIY kit. So, um, without wasting too much time, let's just jump right in. I do recommend that before you get started, you check over all the components. You can see a higher resolution picture of this at my site, chickenprops.com. Click on the Raven page and just review that everything is there. If there's any problems, just let me know. Now, we're going to begin by preparing the coverings that will make up the shape of the raven. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do building our raven is to prep these body shells, which are vacuum-formed styrene. And they're thin enough that you can just, with a nice pair of scissors, trim all around the borders as you see here. Now when it comes to the front, I'm leaving some of this little lip on there because that's going to actually make the part stronger to have that little bit of return. Then as you do these, try to just curve your cut when you get to the corners. It's not hypercritical, but because it's possible for the styrene to split, if you can not have a sharp edge, you sort of give it less of an opportunity to start splitting somewhere. So if you just kind of curve those cuts, it'll make for a stronger part. Then you can go ahead and cut out the head. So obviously there's a top of the head and then a lower beak. So when you're cutting out the top, you just want to kind of take your time and make that slice around the edge of the beak really nice and clean, because you are going to end up seeing that, unlike most of the cuts we're doing right here. And you can, clean up the little point and make it nice and pretty. As with the body, I'm going to leave a little bit of the edge over here on the bottom of the jaw, just because it's sort of the same thing that happens with plastic containers. You notice they put the little lip on there to give it a little extra structure. And then just follow the line all the way around. And you can see that's how they're going to go together. There's going to be a little pin that connects them together. So you'll notice there are little indents all along the edge. That's how we're going to attach these pieces to the frame and to each other. So go ahead, and most of these holes are all an 1/8 inch. So you can punch through those. These are all 1/8 inch, and all the way around the body is 1/8 inch. So then there's just a couple of 1/16 inch holes that we want to drill, and that's this one and that one, which are how we're going to control the head movement. And then this little one on the jaw piece, which is what's going to control the jaw with a piece of piano wire. Now we're going to put the feet covers over the acrylic legs. You'll see that through the rest of the video I'm going to leave them off so that you can see better what's underneath, but you should go ahead and slip those over the top now. Now the feet are made of latex, And there's probably some extra material on the bottom when you get them, but you can just trim those off with some scissors. Now they slip over these acrylic parts. So what you want to do is put those in place first before you go and build the rest of it. So trim off the extra where it extends beyond the straight part of the acrylic, and then you can just slide it right over the top. The latex has to stretch over the plastic to get there, but that's all right. It's a little trickier with the second one, but you'll see when we get there. It's you just have to tug and push a little bit, and it'll be all right. Now, the feet are probably going to look a little chalky in color when you get them, and that's just part of the curing, and they've been powdered. So once you put the acrylic gloss over the top, which we'll do at the end, they'll snap back to a nice shiny black color. One other thing to note is that you'll see I've already got some brackets attached to the bottom of the acrylic on here. You don't need to worry about that yet. We'll get to it later on. And that takes care of part one. In the next videos, we're going to be doing all of the hardware assembly and then the finishing. So, stay tuned for those. You can, of course, get all the information on the Raven kit at my site, chickenprops.com. And I do recommend, if you're on Facebook, to join my group. It's called Mr. Chicken's Raven Kit Builders. And you can search for that, or you can find the link on my Mr. Chicken's Prop Shop page. And if you join the group, that's going to be the best way to connect with other people who are building these and compare notes, share any problems you may be having, and see what's working and what isn't working for other people. So I do recommend you check that out, and let's keep moving with the next video.